Welcome back to another episode of Conversation with OGs. I'm Meatball.
I'm Barb.
I'm Dre.
And today we're going to be talking about our standards too high to be in a relationship. So I guess we basically saying...
Do people set standards too high? Yeah. Or do men and women set?
I think so. I think women set the standards very high. I think women want men or expect men to do things that they're not even willing to do for themselves.
Or capable.
I don't look at it that way. I look at it different. I think standards are set to what you like and what you want out of life. Men set standards. Men set standards based upon what they like in a woman. And a woman does the same thing with a man. So I don't really think it's wrong to set them.
So would standards be similar to boundaries?
No, I think boundaries and standards are different.
Yeah, they different.
Boundaries is what you would like. If I set some boundaries in my home and I say, hey, I don't want, nobody
Things you're
over.
not going to allow.
Things you don't allow. Standards is more like what I want. So for me, for a man, I like a man to be honest, trustworthy, kind-hearted, financially able to provide. Those are things I want out of a man. Just like you said, for a woman, you like a woman to listen, do things however you want a woman to be. So it's basically we are building someone up to be what we want them to be.
Is that fair?
Yeah, because that's what you want. When you settle for less, you get less, and nothing works out. So you have to have standards. If it's in a relationship, a job, being a parent, you have to set standards, because if you don't, then you get whatever. And then when you get whatever, it doesn't work out. And then we get the complaints from men, oh, she this and she that. And same with women, he this and he that. But that's what you settle for. So why settle for something? And then I hear people say you should lower your standards. I don't know. I don't think I'm a person to agree with that.
I think y'all should lower y'all standards because y'all expectations is very high. They too high.
Well, a standards, let's say in order to be in a relationship with a woman, she tell you something like this. I would like for you to take me out at least 4 or 5 times a week. I would like for you to buy me flowers at least once a month. I think things like that, you shouldn't have to tell a person.
But that's an expectation to me.
So would that be considered a standard?
No.
Hold on. You said 4 or 5 times a week. Shit, who got the type of time to take a person out 4 or 5 times a week? I got a job.
Well, it's 4 weekends in the week.
You said 4 or 5 times a week. You ain't say a month.
Oh yeah, I mean a month.
Okay, I was about to say that's you.
But do you think four times a month to take your woman out? You think that's acceptable?
If you have the time, everybody don't have the time. Like in my situation, I'll normally try to take my girl out on Sundays, but with me working 5 to 6 days a week, then I got a lot of side things going on. Then I have got to cut lines and all type of stuff. I don't really have the time. And then if you work 6 days a week, you need 1 day to recoup. Your body need to rest and all that. So I'm at a point right now we're not getting out like she would want to. So I mean, it depends if you have the time. If you only working a 9 to 5 and you got a lot of free time, yeah, of course you can do that. But if you working pretty much 7 days a week, it's hard to do that.
So do you think, like how Barr was talking about, the standard to me is like an expectation almost. Right. So if your woman set a standards to you that she wants something from you that you don't have time to do, what that leaves you?
Well, I believe I'm not going to allow a woman to tell me this is a requirement to be with me. I'm not going to allow that. If it's not something I know I can do, and it's not something I do naturally, then we ain't gonna work out. If you got a standard, you got the expectations, and if it don't align with what I do on a natural thing, then it ain't gonna work out. I'm not gonna go out my way to do things to satisfy you, just to keep you. You see what I'm saying?
But did you go out your way to do those things to get her?
No. I'm just being.
But I'm saying, but some men, and I'm saying some men
Put
go
the
out of
front
their
on.
way, put the front on to get them,
Mhm.
and then once they get them, they say, okay, this expectation, I got you. I don't have to continue to do those things. But my thing is stand on who you are and be the man that you are. But men like to camouflage and always say, oh, I did it for the woman. But if this is not the type of man you are, then don't do it to get me. And then when you get me, you don't want to do it no more because you're going to have a problem.
He don't really want you. He just want to hit that motherfucker. This what all men do in the beginning. We gonna paint the perfect picture. We gonna tell you the story, everything we need to say until we get it. Now, after we get it, if we take a liking to you and the relationship start, now you know we not everything we said we was. You see what I'm saying?
So that's a part you perpetrating then. You being fake.
He
You're
don't.
phony.
What man gonna tell you the truth and he trying to just get some pussy? He gonna paint an illusion.
Okay, I understand all that. You pay the illusion or whatever, but when I'm seeing the expectations of what you're doing, like the dating, the going out to eat, the movies, the spending more time with you, getting your hair done, getting your nails done, showing you off, all that type of stuff.
He supposed to be doing all this?
Well, some men do this. I mean, in the beginning of relationships and dating, some men do this. So I'm saying is that my question is that they have a problem with the expectations that are set by women, but wouldn't you say that men are guilty to a certain degree too? Because men try to fulfill these expectations. And then when you can't fulfill them, you have a problem because now you've created a monster.
True.
Who's now become spoiled and adapt to the things that you were giving her. Now you don't want to give it to her no more.
But I don't think that's a fair analogy because when a man is pursuing a woman, he's putting his best foot forward. His best foot forward.
And you should keep doing it afterwards.
But you can't keep putting your best foot forward to maintain your best foot forward because that means you have to have multiple feet to place. You only got one I got to stand on and one I'm going to place behind the other.
So why can't you just go into the relationship of just being you?
Well, even me, I'm guilty of that. I start off giving a woman flowers because I know that's what she like.
Mm-hmm.
I would start off, you know what I'm saying, probably giving her poems. I know that's what she like. But you think I'm finna maintain that?
Hold on. You be writing the poems yourself or you get them out the book?
I have wrote poems.
Okay, but see, you see what I just said? So you said, do I think you're going to maintain it? My answer, and to every woman's out there answer, would be yes. And you don't have to maintain it to a foot. See, that's where y'all mess up at. This is where y'all mess up at as men. It's nothing that you have to constantly keep doing, but you all stop. Completely stop. What's wrong? Okay, you might not give a poem, but every 2 months, you might write a poem and put the flower on there. Then she like, dang.
But see, when you're writing a poem, you have to put yourself in a certain place. With all the responsibilities that comes with life alone, it's hard to go in that place. Then you want to sit up here. Your poems, you want your poem to be deep. You want her to think.
Okay, so we're going to take the poem out. We're going to minus the poem. Let's just go back to the simple things.
Well, let's go to the flowers.
Just to the flowers and the candy. You get off work and stop at Rite Aid and get a box of chocolate turtles and 2 flowers. And when she get up and go to work, when you get up to go to work, you can just sit it on the front table. And when she oh, wow, he thought about me. See, y'all think once we get them, we got them. And then everything you did to get them goes out the window.
Okay,
and that's unfair.
Let me throw this in here. You dating. You in your house, he in his house. He got his bills, you got your bills. Now y'all in one house. Y'all still want this man to date like y'all was in 2 separate houses. Because now once you come into my house, I take on everything. When I buy you a burger, I'm buying 2 burgers. This is an everyday thing. So all men bills, our bills is going to increase double by taking you on into the house with us. We're not 50-50. Hold on. We just stated this on the last video. We're not 50-50. The man is going to take the majority of the role. So by us, our bills, everything increases, but you still want this standard of flowers, this, that. So
Dre, stop it.
If my
some
bills done
flowers
double,
and some chocolate ain't gonna hurt your
flowers,
bills. A haircut. Flowers and chocolate cost your haircut.
That ain't what you said. You said flowers, chocolate, hair, nails, toes, going out. You named the
But
whole lot.
I named a lot, but I didn't say you had to do it all the time. You could do it once a month, twice a month. Y'all stop doing it completely.
But he having sex with you.
And he was having sex with me way before then. Sex is a feeling and emotion that goes away within 5 seconds after you done had sex.
So let me ask
Take
you
a
this,
shower.
Barb.
It's gone.
If this man is having awesome sex with you and he's expressing his love for you through sex, why can't that be good enough?
That's not enough, and it never will be enough. And to anybody
you laughing at, Dre?
So you say once you start having sex, you ain't got to buy shit no more.
And you always be you to come up. No, it is not enough. It's not enough.
Well, if I'm expressing to her the way I
you
feel for her,
expressed that to me before we even moved in together. I got that way before then.
but I'm continuing.
It's okay. Continue, because once again, sex is a feeling. It goes away within 5 seconds after we did what we
Just
did.
like them flowers is a feeling, just like that
But-
candy is a
but
feeling.
that's still-
Hold on. Just like you getting your nails done is a feeling.
But it's still
so
no.
why are you picking chooses the
No.
feeling?
No, sex doesn't mean that you just stop doing everything, me
I
bro.
didn't say just stop, but what I'm saying is why
You said
can't-
is sex enough, and I'm telling you no.
But my question to you is this: if a man is expressing his love to you sexually, why can't that take the place of them flowers?
No.
They don't see it as
I don't-
sexually.
we
They just
don't.
think you just freaking.
So what about this, Bart? If I came in with some Chinese food, I'm gonna use Dre example. If I came in with Chinese food, I consciously thought about you.
Right, I ain't gotta cook.
When I bought you something to eat, so why that can't be my gift for you for the month?
That can, but what I'm saying, you just answered that it can, but what I'm saying is that men stop completely.
Men always buy their woman food.
They
Always.
quick them with, they don't want it, then you turn around and say they fat, but you want to keep giving them McDonald's
Well,
and Burger King and shit.
Well,
Well,
my
see,
girl
now-
don't eat that type of shit.
Well, see what you doing now, Barb. You moving the goalposts.
Okay, I ain't gonna move the goalpost.
Because if a man is doing anything, even if he put gas in her car, that's a gift.
That shit
That's
is
a
special.
gift.
If he
But what-
wash her car, that's a gift. If he buy her lunch, dinner, that's a gift.
Dre, but if you're a man with a schedule, like Dre just said, working 7 days, you doing this, you doing that, he ain't washing too many cars.
Well,
He
he
might
might not
not
wash.
eat-
He
Well, I
take it
ain't
to the car wash.
washing
Well,
cars.
but my whole key thing is what I'm saying is that you come in setting the bar, bam, and once you get there,
I don't
you
think a
wanna
woman
push-
should be able to set no bar in a relationship.
Well, we
She's
don't
saying,
set
she's
it.
saying we set
We
the bar.
don't. We
You saying the man set the
we telling you what we want, but y'all the one who comes and do it. You do it. You start off. Come on now. How
So
many?
you saying a man should set the bar low for a woman and
Come
let
in,
her...
come in to being the real
Being
you.
who you are.
Being who you are. Don't come in
But you can't get no woman like that.
bamboozling me.
You can't get no woman like that.
Why you
Exactly.
can't?
Don't.
Why you can't get a woman by just
never
taking her out and getting her flowers and candy?
Okay, you have to put your best foot forward to get a woman. That just part
Well,
of
you
it.
have to keep your best foot forward to keep her too.
No,
But
I
y'all don't do
Now
that.
she-
Well,
now
that's
she
what
in the
sex
books.
come in at.
Oh.
If he's expressing this sexually, which how he preferred to express his love to his woman, why can't that be enough?
So why is it enough for you?
It is.
It's enough for you. The
Yeah.
one who said if she move in your house, she got to pay light, rent, gas, but she's
She ain't gotta
expressing.
pay rent though.
Well,
She got to pay.
if I require a woman,
But why isn't her sex enough expression to just say
well,
that's what she ready for the bill? I don't have
because
it.
she
So
generates
all
bills.
she gonna do is get some pussy up and stay here for free?
Yeah.
Oh no.
So you think it's too much for me to ask a woman $300 a month?
Oh yeah.
That's too much.
she gonna pay $1,000 at least just
Especially
on
if it's
rent.
already paid for.
Well, I say the houses. I'm still going to pay the insurance on the house.
I don't think
I'm
I
going to
should
pay
have
the
to pay.
taxes, but she got to pay the light, the internet,
Yeah,
the
listen.
water bill.
That's just Michigan women, dog. I done dated a lot of women in the South.
Y'all gonna get off
Texas,
this Michigan girl, the
motherfucking
black
Tennessee.
girl.
Well,
They not like this,
Michigan
bro.
women are ranked 27th as the worst people to date.
And I say we rank ain't nothing wrong
Number
with
one?
us.
We rank
we
number one?
okay. We are just
Y'all
fine.
fucked up.
We are right, and if we are fucked up, ladies, they made us that way. And he, look at him jumping off the
Listen.
top ropes, and he making all that money. When he was making big money in the game, he spent
And
big
I was-
money,
and
and
I-
he
and I was-
dated. And he
and I was
spent big
breaking
money.
up with him,
So when
too,
they was
to ask for
making, and
gym
here
shoes.
come the next one, he spent more. So they both tax free.
Listen.
And they was what
Once
was y'all
again,
doing? Just spending money,
The
just because
most
y'all
I
had
ever
it, right?
spent
Well,
on
you
a
know
chick
what?
was $175.
You know what, bro? I was misled as a child. So I would accept my responsibilities of the things I've done wrong. I learned through counseling to be a better version of myself. So my whole thing when I was coming up, to give a woman whatever she wants to have sex, because once I have sex with her one time, I'm almost sure she's going to have sex with me multiple times. But I also had a 3-strike dating rule. After I went out with her 3 times and she ain't gave me no pussy, I ain't fuck with her no more. I cut my losses.
So that was your standard.
That was my standard.
That was your standard. That was your. Well, that's what you had for. So did that girl know that
She
that was?
gotta know.
She just wanted
It's
from
a
me
mental
again.
thing. See, I didn't know he had that rule, but I got the same rule.
Yeah.
3 dates.
Because at some point you got to cut your losses.
Yeah.
So you can't just let a woman. Like I say, I don't think a woman should even be able to set anything.
I don't see why you feel she should.
She can say
set
how much
them. You
money.
don't have to agree with it though. So
Yeah,
I
I
can
agree
set
with
my
that.
standards, but you don't have to agree with it.
Well,
You
would
can
she tell me?
I'm gonna tell you my standards.
I
And
never
if you
had a woman
and
tell
if
me
you
her
disagree
standards.
with
You
it,
made a woman tell you her standards?
She ain't gonna tell you. Her thing is this: if he do A, B, and C, I'm gonna give him some pussy. She got it already in her mind. She ain't gonna never tell you how many things or what you need to do to get there.
she's gonna watch and pay attention. Oh, he's doing this, he's doing that. Oh, I like that. Okay, that's
See,
I'm gonna bring you something.
See,
to
I ain't
eat.
even talking about that. I'm talking about it's a salary cap. Once he spends so much, I'm gonna give this nigga some pussy. That's she talking about what he did. I'm talking about financially.
But you're doing something to get it, right?
Yeah, but it still costs money.
That's in anything in your relationship. You spending money.
It ain't the same.
It is the same. Cause soon as she get mad at you, what's the first thing she taking away from you?
What?
The pussy.
She taking away the sex. And soon
She's
as she
weaponizing the
and when
sex
she
against
takes
you.
away the sex from you, how do you get it back?
Flowers.
Babe, you want to go out to eat? You want to catch it?
front row?
You
Throw
catch
some
it?
Pornhub on.
What I'm saying for any man in a relationship, it's the same way. It's all the same. But I don't think there's nothing wrong with anybody setting standards, a man or a woman. If this is what you
But the
want,
shit gotta be realistic. We set standards. Our standards are simple. Don't fuck nobody. Be loyal. Don't steal. It's simple shit that should be automatic.
Okay,
Y'all standards is you need to be making 6 figures, 7 feet tall, 6-pack, a house in Sherwood Forest, a nice automobile, all this shit.
What's your standards for
And
a
it ain't
woman?
right.
My standards for a woman is I would like for her to be loyal. When I want to have sex, she has to be mental and physically available for me. Most of these women can't cook. Most of them halfway clean. I just think what women think they're worth, they're not really worth what they think
They are. You're right.
I think right now, what for me to be honest, what I to expect from some woman is sex, some type of companionship. That's probably about it.
Your standards of a woman.
That I would want from a woman.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait. I didn't know you said what I want. Now, okay, here go my list. Shit, let me roll that motherfucker out. Ooh.
No, you ought to get to say 5 things.
I thought you said what I'm getting.
No. I said, what is what? No,
Okay, my expectation, what I would like.
And you ought to get to name 5.
Okay, I would like for a woman to always keep herself up, her appearance, your hair, nails,
that's
clothing. Yeah, her appearance is very important. I would like for a woman to label me as the most important person in her life. I want to be over her kids. I want to be over her.
Shut up, Dre. Let him
her parents. I want to be first.
Let him go. Okay, that's 2. What's number 3?
I also would like for her to be available for me. When I call, any kind of favors I need, I think a woman should be there to, if I want lunch, bring me some lunch. You know what I'm saying? You have to leave your job on your lunch break to bring me some lunch. That's what I think you should do. I also think a woman should be a release system to me. Sometimes I don't want to cut the grass. Sometimes I don't want to walk the dog. Sometimes I think she should be able to do the same things that I can do, especially under that equal quality law. I think that.
Your last one.
I think a woman should take me out, take me to nice restaurants. I think she should pamper me, buy me clothes, underclothes, shoes. I think a woman should spend her money on a man just like a man spends his money on.
Now I heard all.
But I can keep going.
No, I heard all 5 of your standards. Now I only got a problem with 2, but I'm gonna come back to you. What's your 5?
Loyal, submissive, understanding, a freak in the bedroom, and financially, she got to have a goal. She got to have a go-getter mentality. She can't think about what I'm going to do, how she can leech on, how she can hang on. She got to have her own hustle.
Okay, my 5 would be trust, loyalty, honesty. We have to be able to come up together. We have to somewhere financially meet in between. And if we're not on that level, we have to figure out how to get up there on the same level with each other to maintain things financially. And then the 5th one would be is a handyman, like fix things around the house and stuff like that. Those I don't have.
But everything
So that's
you
a
name,
requirement for a handyman?
everything you name goes back to you. He got to be handy to do shit you don't want to do. He got to be loyal to you. He got to be respectful to you.
Yeah.
It's all.
Well, didn't it all go back to you? All 5 of our standards goes back to us. It's what we want.
All man.
All 5 of yours. You said you want her to be available to bring you lunch. Isn't that something? She's doing something for you. You want her to be able to go out there and cut grass when you don't want to cut it. Ain't that taking up pressure off of you? Okay. And what was that?
But you said loyalty. You said loyalty actually 2 times.
Yeah, look, I'm very big on loyalty.
Yeah, everything you say is about you.
It's right, because it's supposed to be about me. Because it's me. It's what I want. I'm in the relationship, so why shouldn't it be about me and what I want?
So sex is not important.
He doesn't have to agree to that. That's off rip. That's number 1. We all know sex. We all know sex is number 1. Everybody knows it.
Women never say.
We are women. We women. We all
just
know.
let you know.
So sex is number 1. Let's get that right.
No.
Sex is
Financial. I got.
So you back to you.
Well, yeah, so always be about me, people. Who else is supposed to be about? Now we can agree to disagree. Either you go to agree. The 5 you name, if the woman you with agrees with that, no problem. The 5 he named, if she agrees with it, no problem. But it still comes back to us.
I got a question, Brian.
What we want, am I wrong?
What do a relationship looks like to you?
Oh, crappy. First what? Like what does
First a give and take. If you try to name 5 things that you're willing to give a man. Let's try that.
Oh, okay. I cook. That's one. I know how to cook now.
That
is the.
Well, you eating too,
cook for yourself.
No, he getting a good meal. He get break. I cook. Okay. And look, no, for mine, I cook. He takes lunch to work. I make sure he has lunch.
Well, that's still on one. We on food. So all that's food.
To do that, I clean.
So do you wash his clothes?
Yes, I do.
You make the bed up?
No, that's what he do.
I don't like making.
You make your man make the bed?
No, I don't, but he do it. I throw it, but he does it. But he don't have to. But he throws it. He do that.
Okay, you clean?
I clean. Well, how many did I name?
You had 2.
You had 3.
You had 2.
She said cook, clean,
and that's it.
Wash.
That's still under clean.
That's under clean. Okay, 2.
I don't think she can name 5.
Financial.
Okay, what does that consist of?
I'm good financially.
So you saying you're financially stable?
Yes.
And you share that. Hold on, and you share that with your man.
If necessary.
Okay.
If necessary. If he fall, I got him because I'm my money, my bank account. Okay. I think I only got 3 because I ain't cutting no grass and I ain't being no hand.
Well, I don't think you can name 5.
Wait a minute, I probably can't. I think I'm stuck at that 3.
You still ain't saying sex. You ain't talking about pleasing him.
Nice.
Okay,
they never talk about that because they don't give a fuck about pleasing us. It's always about them. It's me. Because that's how women is. Me.
Okay.
Fire. Are you?
I'm not saying I don't care.
You feel short on your 5.
But that's not a necessity.
It's a necessity for the man.
Necessity for the man. If you don't say what you're willing to give him, he gets
sex. Yeah, I get sex.
But he's falling short. Have you ever heard a man complain to you about your sex effort?
Yeah.
See, I get that. I picked up on that right away.
That's terrible.
Sometimes I'm not always available to do 1,000 1,000. Now,
I didn't
hell,
say that.
I have things
You
going
better
on
do
in
some
my
violence and
life.
shit.
That
If a
sometimes,
man-
but I have been, but see, I'm not a woman that takes offense to that because I can
Have you ever gave a
complain.
man a threesome?
No, I don't do those, but no, I don't do
You
those.
might need to think about it.
No, I'm not gonna think about doing no damn threesomes.
Do you
No.
think down or do you look frown upon women that?
I think everybody has their own sexual preference.
So if your man say, "Well, you know what, Barb, I love you, but I want to further my sexual experience, and with you, I'm getting limited sex
Yeah,
experience."
you lacking.
Would you be offended if he said, "I want to do a threesome, but I don't want that to come between our relationship, but I want to
Who
experience
was in a threesome?
Somebody young.
It was him and 2 other women.
Oh, I thought I had to be in it.
No,
No,
Yeah.
I don't want.
Oh, she
No.
ain't be in it.
I don't want to.
Well,
be
he
in it.
wouldn't want her in it because she said that's it's obvious that's not.
He wouldn't get upset if I had one.
Well, now you,
Oh, yeah,
now you,
definitely.
now
No,
you
no,
moving
no,
to
no. I'm not moving to go compose.
But sex is not that important to you. Remember?
I didn't say it wasn't that important. I just didn't name that when I'm thinking in my relationship, sex is.
It's not in
It's just.
That's right, but it's important to men. It's
Okay.
usually 1 and 2 with a man.
Okay.
But they don't care about us, bro. The women are set up to worry about everything.
So I'm
that's
saying now in this
important
threesome
to
thing,
them.
can I have one?
Well, you know
That's
what?
a
You
bust,
with him
though.
then.
You don't
No,
want
no. We don't have to. No.
See, I don't understand this. I knew you was going to say that.
No, I don't have to
Why
join
would
him.
you even entertain a threesome just because he went and had a threesome? Now you want to experience a threesome instead of you
No,
saying,
no,
you know,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been asked to have a threesome, and my question to the guy was, if you have a threesome with 2 girls, then I could have a threesome with 2 guys.
you want to bust
That's a
them.
bust though.
He
That ain't a
said
threesome.
that's a bust.
Barb, you got
no,
a bust
It
them.
is.
no, that's what you think. That's but no, that's what y'all wrong at how
It's a
y'all.
bust
That's
up.
bold.
It's a
That's
bust up,
messed
Barb.
up how y'all label stuff.
How you think
That's
a bust
messed up.
up?
That's messed up how y'all
How do you
label
think a
things.
threesome look with a woman?
That's messed up how y'all label things. So I don't agree
How do
with
you
that.
think a
So you all
threesome
should
look
take
with a
that.
woman?
That
This is how
y'all-
she look. Look, this is how
Don't
she
be
look.
Y'all.
Her legs up high, and her mouth like
Let's
this.
go back to standards.
Hey, listen, she
Whatever.
being worked over.
Whatever. What my question is
A
that
threesome with a woman is a buster.
no, it's not.
So now you just letting everybody know you're interested.
No,
in a being a buster.
I asked the question. I asked him a question. He
So if
asked
your
me.
man did a threesome, you would be
Oh,
interested in
my
doing a
God.
threesome too, right?
I asked the question.
My question
I'm
to
asking you, is it fair? Is it not fair?
It's absolutely fair.
Is it fair?
Would that be something you would be
Is it
considering?
fair that if he say yeah, sure, and I say yeah, sure, I probably would never do it. But I'm just asking, is it fair?
If a
See, men
woman
ask
ever
women to do
told me
that.
she
Now, see,
wanted to
now
do
y'all want to call
a
I
us.
do it and I'm gone.
Now y'all call us bustos.
She said without you,
I don't care. I'm gone.
I wouldn't even be able to run my girl with another dude.
But see, so why should we be able to?
I said I'm gone.
Let
I'm not gonna
y'all
be there
run with
right
I
other
don't
women.
know, listen.
But no, the women. Let me
You
get back
know
to
what I would do? I would actually go in the room and see how far she'll go. Once I see her start sucking that nigga off, or once he insert himself into her, I'ma shut the door.
Once she naked, I'm gonna shut the door. I'm
Now,
out.
ladies, they took it to a whole nother level because that's what
I'm
they
just saying
do.
no man
But my
is going to
question
agree with his
is,
woman
but
doing no
ladies, what I'm
threesome with
trying
two
to
men.
say is that men try to make it so fair on their side for us to understand their feelings and what they going through. But when it's us, we bust those. Now it's a busto. What difference is a threesome? Is a threesome, whether it's with a man, a woman, 2 men, whatever. A threesome is a threesome. Now you want to label us, but they quit to always label women men.
Look with a woman.
How do it look with 2 women? Same way. What if you go down on her? I don't know what y'all
Yes,
doing
you know what she
in
gonna
that
be
room.
doing? She gonna be sucking penis, licking balls.
What are you gonna be doing with the 2 women? I don't know. I'm
I
not
never
in there.
done a threesome, but I can imagine real well what it look like. I can
Well, it
see
ain't
myself.
No bust, though.
Hey, Barb, if I had a threesome coming in with a cape on like Superman, you know I'm finna do all these awesome things.
my God.
But when it comes to a woman, only thing I can see her getting is work the fuck over.
Oh my
All I know, y'all women expectations is very delirious. Y'all want. I'm stuck on the financial part. Y'all want a man to have way more than y'all, and it's not because it's like a come up.
But didn't y'all
Everybody
say?
just thinking about the come up.
Didn't you all say that men have more to offer? So men have more to give. So if men have
Just
more
because
to
he got more to
offer,
offer, that don't mean he have to give it.
He don't
it's
have
things he
to,
have to
Dre.
do to maintain it.
he doesn't have to give it. But if you start off giving, that's not her fault.
That's tricky.
That's not
And
her
he doing
fault.
whatever he got to do to get that pussy.
It's it's not her.
But
Okay,
once he
but
get the
once
pussy,
he's
if he
got
keep
it and he's in a
maintaining,
relationship with
then
that
that's on
person,
him.
then the maintaining he should keep. That's not a woman's fault. If a man falls into a woman's standards and her expectations and he starts to give in to what she wants, then he should keep on doing it, or he never should have started in the first place.
No.
Stop out here camouflaging and being like you got it and you don't.
Get to where they
Okay, well, don't do
Once
that.
you get to where you need to, then if you continue to build a
And that's
relationship,
why
then
she
you
gonna
gotta
be
keep the
taking
standard.
applications.
So let me ask you this,
they
Dre.
being phony.
You made a pretty good point, but I'm trying to process something. Do you value a woman more if she have your children than just a woman that you in a relationship or married to? Because the reason why I asked, it seemed like a switch automatically goes off inside of you when your kids are involved versus when they're not involved.
I don't really say it's the woman, because people don't have mistake kids. It's about your child. It's no longer about you. It's no longer about that woman. It's about your child. You see what I'm saying? So I can't say in that situation, okay, I value her more and this and that and all that. No, it's about my child. So it has nothing to do with the woman.
Because I believe if I have children by this woman, she will have more favor. She will be.
I mean, you're gonna do more, but you're not doing it for her. You're doing it for her child.
She's going to benefit because of the child, right?
I agree.
And a lot of things that you're going to consider, she will be in a winning position because of the child once again.
But how long is she gonna stay in that position? Because once your child reaches a certain age,
she cut off.
She should be cut
well,
off.
Until then, that's a long time. But you know how much damage can be done and how much pain can be caused.
But when we dealing with teenagers, I know men that look out for their baby mamas and their kids is like 22, 23 years old and they still be talking about my kids. But once your kids reach a certain age, it's nothing that you have to no longer deal with that woman no more. Once I reached a certain age, my father didn't deal with my mother anymore. He dealt with only me. He said here. And once you do...
So that's like an 18.
About 16, 17.
So financially, your father just dealt with you.
Yeah, he didn't deal with my mother anymore.
So did they, out of curiosity, because I don't think you should give that type of power to a 16-year-old. That mean you had financial power over your mother.
I mean, if you look at it that way. I mean, I had the responsibility. My dad gave me the money. He gave it to me. So he no longer gave it to my mother. And I remember when she did something and I just said, okay, it's done. You won't get nothing else after I make this phone call. And when I made that phone call, he's like, oh, okay. And she never got it. It always came to me.
See, when my kids was coming up, me and my kids' mom wasn't together, but we still took trips together. And I felt, yeah, we took cruises together.
Yeah, but
y'all sleep in the same room?
No, you know how the rooms on cruises, it have a blank, that little shit you pull. It's not really a real wall.
Yeah,
and even when we took like the Disney World and stuff, yeah, we shared rooms.
But now that your children are older, you don't owe that to her anymore. Your son is in college. Your daughter is how?
Well, my daughter is 16, my son is 19. But in my relationships, that was damaging to my relationships. Me taking vacations, family vacations with them. And I tried my damnedest to express to women that, you know what, it's not even about me. It's about me making sure my kids having a full childhood experience, which is because having that family feeling. Because that's important to children.
Yeah, ain't no wrong with that.
But
you don't do it now. But you don't do it now.
I don't do it now.
You don't do it now because they're older. So what age did you cut it off at doing it?
Let me see. We took our last trip about, I'm going to say maybe about 3 years ago.
Okay.
So my son had to be about 16.
Okay, so now when you do trips, it's just you and...
I either take both of my kids or I just take my son.
Okay.
Yeah, because we usually take like a man trip every year. And I took him on our man's trip. That was his first experience.
Okay.
Yeah, so
by you all both having children, when it comes to setting standards in your relationship with new women, where and how do you put your children into that component?
Well, I believe any woman that I bring around my kids, I first expressed to them, my kids are very important to me. Um, from her perspective, I don't give a fuck who she dating. If she feel comfortable enough to have a man spending the night over, because my daughter actually stays with her and my son stays with me.
Okay.
I'm going to do a background check on him. I'm going to figure out who the fuck he is. I'm going to do my own homework because I feel like I owe my daughter that responsibility, even if if she's done it or she haven't done it. We have never had a conversation.
So I guess what I'm trying to say, what do you, not what you expect from the mother, but the woman that you're dating, what would you expect her standards to be when it comes to your children?
I expect for her to respect me enough to know she's here for me. She don't have to do nothing for my kids.
Okay.
Because they have a mom. I just want her to respect my boundaries and my privacy because my relationship with my kids are very private. And as long as she okay with knowing when you come to my house, you are here for me. You're not here for them. You know, you can say hi and bye, but you don't need to try to take on no mother figure, or you don't need to try to give them advice or none of that type of stuff.
Question. So is this someone, hold on, is this somebody you dating, planning on building a future with, or just somebody you just dating?
If she's anything less than a wife, it's important to me that
she ain't got no say pretty much.
Well, it's important that she knows she's with me for me. You're not here for my family. Don't ask me, why I haven't been taking you to family affairs or whatever, because once again, you are
here for you.
For me, you're private to me.
See, I view my view on that is totally different. One, I'm not bringing a woman around my kids unless I've known her over 2 years. That's been my whole thing from day one. Because you don't want to be introducing your kids to all these different women running in and out and whatever if it's just going to be fun. Now, if I see a future with them, then, they may be able to, interact with my kids. And I would expect her, to have respect. Conversations. I don't mind, like, my daughter has my girlfriend number. They talk, text here and there, but I don't mind them interacting. But my whole thing, respect my kids and treat my kids like I would treat yours. Because if I build a relationship with you, I know your family, your kids, everything come along with it. Because if I can't get along with your family, your kids, I can't fuck with you. I nipped that in the bud from the beginning.
So let me ask you this. You have a daughter. Is your daughter like 22?
My daughter 23.
So that means she knows your ex-wife. So
take that back. My daughter's 26.
She's 26?
Yep, she's 26.
Wow, man.
Time flies.
The reason why I'm asking you that, Dre, is because she's old enough to know your past wife, the wife that you had before you got into your current relationship. So I think that would be creating a problem because let's say if she took to your ex-wife and then she also taken to your current relationship, you don't think that would be a problem?
Well, my daughter, one thing is that she's very respectful of whoever I'm dating, and she's cordial. She's not standoffish. But at the same time, she's not going to be treating this woman like this is her mom. She got her mom. You see what I'm saying? So the relationship she had with my ex, it was just out of respect. You see what I'm saying? It ain't one of them situations where she going over her house and visiting, checking on her.
But if she did, that would have been a problem for you?
No, because, kids like who they like. You see what I'm saying? You can't plan who they going, you may date 5 people in their whole lifetime, but you can't pick who they going to like. You see what I'm saying?
Who they going to adapt to.
So she just didn't adapt to her. You know what I mean? She was cool. She was cordial. She respected her. They respected each other. And that was that. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't no, oh, my dad ain't there. Okay, I'm coming to see you. It ain't never been one of them situations.
See, my whole thing, I don't want to put my kids in an uncomfortable situation, nor do I want to put anybody I'm dating in an uncomfortable situation. So I just let them know, if my kid chose to talk to you, talk. If y'all having a conversation, cool. Okay. But don't try to force nothing.
See, I have a question on you with that because you want more children.
And you want to be married and all of that
So
stuff.
by you wanting more children, somewhere that privacy just for me is going to have to be
That
shared
wall
with
gotta
the
come
children
down.
because of the simple fact if you do have another baby, that's their brother or sister.
Mhm.
So the kids are going to come around. They're going to adapt to the brother and sister. The young lady that's the mother is going to be there. So it's going to be
You don't
some
want
type
to
of interaction.
Well, you got to understand. Remember, I told you my son is 19 and my daughter is 16 going on 17.
Right, but what happens when Big Brother come out and say, "Oh, I want to take the baby for a ride. Or I want to take the baby get some ice cream." You don't want to.
Well, see, they will have a relationship, but see, the thing is, the influence from an outside, which is another woman I'm dating, to have on them that's going to create another issue. Because you got to think, the worst thing that a man can do is allow his kids to be influenced by another woman, especially if they living with their mom. Because the first thing she's going to do is she's going to pick up the phone and call the dad.
Well, see, in your
and
situation,
say some
Meatball,
negative things.
I see it being different in your situation because your children are grown, basically. So what I'm trying to say is by them being grown and you wanting more, you want another child. If you were to have another child, that woman that you're sharing is private, it's just for you, you would have to they would have to kind of interact a little bit. And I'm not saying go to the movies and hang out, but they would have to interact because it's a mother of a new child. And then you got your kids that's a little older that might say, "Hey, Dad, we coming over." Or they might call her and say, "Hey, I want to pick up the baby, go get ice cream." Something. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it has to be some. I'm not
but
saying
see, they would form that on their own.
Okay. Oh, you saying you won't force it.
But you got to think, if they living with me, they're trapped in. They're in the box. We all together. Mm-hmm. And when she comes over, she's coming into our space. I don't want it to feel pressure. Now, if they engage it, my son in there cooking, she comes over, they're going to speak. Mm-hmm. Now, if they speak and they be like, "Well, so how you doing? How the baby doing?" Or whatever, that's different.
Okay.
Then a conversation will come from that. But I don't want, most women feel obligated.
Try to come in and be
there. You go. They come in.
Try to take on a role that they don't have to take on to try to impress the father.
There you go.
So you could just be who you are.
I gotta believe it depends on the man because I've never had a woman to come in and do that. I've never, you know what I mean?
But your kids don't live with you, Dre. If you think
Aaron stayed with me for a minute.
So when Aaron was staying with you, was you dating?
Me and my wife was together when Aaron stayed with me.
So she stayed in the house with your wife.
She moved in with me and my wife.
So she had to have a really good relationship with your ex-wife.
She had a cordial relationship, but the thing is this: Aaron is my baby. She come with me. You see what I'm saying? Anybody you date or anybody you marry, that's like a package deal. You can't sit here and say, "Well, I'm gonna date you, but fuck your kids, lady." That shit it comes as a package deal. You see what I'm saying? We weren't even married at the time. We was just dating. And she came to stay with me for a few months.
See, Dre, your outlook, in my opinion, is different because your wife had a daughter, you had a daughter, and y'all just came together as a family.
Right.
See, that's kind of different.
See, but the thing is, like, I have a no nonsense situation thing going on. I feel like most women, like you say, push the goal post, play games and all that. And I'm one of them guys that I don't tolerate certain stuff. So they know when they come at me 90% of the time, they got to come a certain type of way. You see what I'm saying? Like one time, my daughter, like every night before my daughter moved in, she used to make her daughter wash the dishes. Her daughter moved out, my daughter moved in. So my daughter would do homework and then she washed the dishes. So she came in, it was, she had a plate or something, whatever she had, and she was telling my daughter to wash the dishes. I said, "No, my motherfucking daughter washed the dishes already." I said, "You wash that motherfucking plate and you put it up." I said, you ain't never had your daughter wash the dishes twice in one day. My daughter washed dishes, she did her homework, she laying down, so you wash that dish. And don't try to have my daughter wash no dishes twice.
Did that create an issue between y'all?
She say shit. She washed that motherfucking dish and took her ass in the bedroom. See, one thing I think is you be my girlfriend, you be my wife, and like I don't know how your hierarchy is. These is my kids. I don't play games because they didn't ask to be here.
So you put your kids above your wife?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, your wife temporarily. She ain't forever.
Once that shit don't.
You don't do that though, Barb. Your wife comes before your kids.
By religion, it don't supposed to be like that. But in reality, in this day and culture, this is how my structure is. And the reason why my structure is, they from me. They gonna be here if she come and go. So if you think if you wave, if you get married and you switch up and she leave you, you married again, you still got your kids. You can't your shit gotta be tonal.
And that's why I asked y'all the question. That's why I asked y'all the question of the standards, because a lot of people think that the standards for a wife is higher than the children, or standards for a girlfriend is higher than the children. And that's why I asked y'all, how do y'all put that together in your relationship? Because a lot of relationships fail and don't work because of that. When you have children, you have to understand, like for me, when my mother was in relationship, it was a respect boundary. It wasn't just the fact that I had no respect for them. So when you bring in your child into it, my mother tried to force certain things upon to make a man feel a certain type of way. I never, when I got called to call somebody daddy, that was what? What you say?
Your mama actually called a man daddy before?
Yeah. Yeah, well, call him. No, I don't have to. And that's what you say. Sometimes you have to stay in your bond, but maybe that made him feel special as a man, or because he didn't know how to connect with me. But the thing was, he didn't have to connect with me because you were there for my mother. I had a father. My father took care.
So your mom wasn't working at the time?
Nope.
So see, that's the thing.
She wasn't
working. Mom not working. He come in. He the man of the house. He provide for me, you, and the child.
No.
So now he got to feel like, she feel like, he is pops. He the one taking care of all of us.
I'm gonna stop you. That's not how the story goes, but he probably just wanted some way to try to connect with Barbara, in some way make Barbara, I don't know what he was trying to do, but that was one way that wasn't working. And far as providing, he provided for himself, because like I told you all before, my father took care of
he must provide for your mom.
Well, I don't know what he did.
He provided for her, right?
I don't know what he did for her,
but see, the thing is, because I remember me and Barb, we grew up right down the street from each other. Her Barb always had her shit in private off and always appeared to have her shit together. I don't remember seeing her father. And I also remember her mom, not remember her mom working until she came of age. Barb always had money. She back then, when you was a kid, to see a person with some 20s, you'd be like, oh, this motherfucker. Oh, she had 20s back then. So she had some money. The money was coming from somewhere. And for a man to be moved in, to me, I take that as a slap in the face to the man that's providing. How you gonna move some kids in there with my daughter, and I'm paying the bills over there?
Oh, so Pop, your father was paying the bills?
My father.
I thought y'all moved in with him.
No, they always moved in with us.
Oh, no.
They always moved in with us.
And he paid
the rent. This is why I say the standards is because parents push their relationships upon their children when you shouldn't. So the standard should be to just be respectful. Because when you're in a relationship, as I say, my mother didn't have the best of relationships, but this one was just totally.
That's the guy with the muscles.
Paul, the light-skinned one.
He kind of buff.
Yeah, he was the one that was violent. So you're not gonna get no respect from the children being a violent person to their mother. All I'm seeing is hurt. I'm not seeing nowhere where you should get respect. I'm not seeing nowhere. Oh, asked him, can you go outside, lady? I just called you.
You had to ask him, could you go outside?
Well, he was trying to put down his dominance.
He was trying to put down, especially with me, because he felt
and she rejected it.
He felt like with me, it was always me. Like my mother would be at work. I pick up the phone and be like, Mom, I'm about to go outside. Can I go outside? Well, where is Paul? Is he and I? Well, did you ask him? No, I just stay in the house till you come home. So when you have a child, I guess I was the rebel child, and I was the child that gave the most problems to the men, because I'm looking at my dad takes care of this house. My dad provides for us. So
you look at them as freeloaders.
The standards that my mother wanted, the standards my mother gave these men and wanted us to provide a certain amount of respect for them, I thought she was wrong. I thought they should have been just, like you said, they were for her. Hey, how you doing? As long as me and my sister wasn't rude, I used to come and just say, hey, how y'all doing? I go straight to the bed. I don't have to watch TV with you. I don't have to sit down and break bread with you. They wanted a family connection with us. And I felt like Ma.
You wasn't on that.
Ma, it don't have to be like that. That's your boyfriend.
That's right.
We
He's
don't.
private for you.
He your
Yeah.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
We don't have to go to the movies together. We don't have to go skating. We don't got to ride to McDonald's together. So that's why I asked y'all that question, because a lot of women do that, and I don't think that's a fair thing, especially to the kids. So sometimes standards and expectations should be set.
Well, I think if women set standards,
Even for men too, because men got different women running in and out their life. You got to be careful with what your kids see. Your kids aren't supposed to meet everybody you.
well, I think it's
Call your
important
boo.
what your daughter see.
Your
A
son
man-
too.
Well, I disagree, because I tell my son, you know what? Hey, this is what it is. Woo, 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 woo. And he's going to feel similar to I. Now, my daughter, I don't even want no company over when my daughter is over, because now I don't fully understand her. My daughter, I was like, well, you know what? I may be having sex with this girl and she making noise. I'm worried about my daughter, what she thinking. So you know what? Since I don't fully understand her, I don't even want no company when she's over. But my son, yeah, that's what it was. Oh, Dad, what was that noise? Oh, you know what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
You can relate better with the boy. With the girl, you just like, you know what?
I just think
Hold on. Let me ask you a question.
think
Do you let him have his girlfriends over?
Yeah,
So
You got
would you have an issue with him jumping off the top rope in the house?
I actually encourage you.
Okay. Some people be like,
I was like, did you go too deep? You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
you know he was little boy to have his
Yeah.
traits somewhere in him. He gonna make
I
him pull it out.
encourage-
It probably ain't even in him, but he gonna make
I
sure.
think all men encourage their sons to be sexual. I think all men encourage their daughter to be sexual. I tell my daughter right now today, you're my girlfriend. I'm going to buy you things. I'm going to take you out. But once you say, Dad, I got somebody I want you to meet, I'm jealous. And we're breaking up. So you better make sure whatever guy you start liking, he better be able to do the things your daddy can do for you.
Probably gonna have more of your traits.
Well, which to me it works. And I think back to standards, I think fathers should encourage their daughters to have standards. I think fathers should encourage their sons to be similar to them, because they are.
And so that goes back to the point of setting standards. And you say the expectations are set so high. You see what he just said? When we were growing up, what was standards? You know what I'm saying? You know, you
got to think your father was in the household.
Well, right, but how many of us grew up with parents in the household?
I can't remember none.
Not many of us. So you got to think, once we reached a certain age, our standards went whoosh. Because when we was kids, they probably was like,
Well, you got to think though,
boom.
Barb.
You know what
I've
I'm
been in
saying?
counseling.
Your standards went up.
I was in counseling for
My
6 years.
standards go up according to finances and what I was able to generate on my own. So once you do certain things, then of course your standards gonna go up. But I was talking about the standards of people that has nothing. You can't sit here. I'm gonna give you an example.
Okay.
You got women that may be a 5 and do they self up be a 6, but they want a man that's a 10.
But you think that's wrong?
Yes.
Why?
Because you dating out your league. You dating out your class.
But don't we date out our lead anyway?
I think most of these women don't even have a class.
Don't we
they
date
feel
out
like
of our
It's all
lead?
about their money. I think
Who date out their league? Men or women?
Both.
No.
Men date out their league where they can afford to.
That's right.
If we ain't got no money, we date. We take whatever the fuck.
Okay, now we
get.
do got a group of friends. We do got a set of friends that grew up with the father in the household.
Who?
That was Hillburner, Cheetah and Dougna.
Cheetah.
So they had mother and
Well,
father.
that was later, Bart. I'm talking about when we was kids.
Oh no, when we was kids, no, I don't know nobody.
I can't
But
think of
what
none.
I'm trying to say too is that your standards change, because when you get older, you be like, oh, I ain't gonna be like this. I want this and I want that and I want this. So as you're growing up and you going through certain things and you looking like, okay, well, I didn't grow up with a father in the house. I want my kids to grow up with their father in the house. Or, oh, we didn't have the cars and well, we gonna have this. So your standards, you set your standards based upon your experience in life, right? And things that you've been through, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think a person's standards it's too high. It's just if a person is willing to meet it.
If
I
you
don't think
can't do
so.
the shit yourself, listen, all y'all out there, men, women, kids, if you can't do the shit yourself, don't expect nobody to do it for you because it comes with something. Don't expect a person to do this, and that, and you talking about some, oh, I ain't fucking, I ain't sucking. Because when a man is doing it, we're doing it in order to get something.
But
we're doing it for a reason.
But if they are doing everything you just said, then their expectations is not too high. If they are having sex, if they are providing you head or whatever they doing for you, and they still asking you for things that you say that they shouldn't be having. If you are 5 and you want to date a 10, you confident, right?
Well, you can date her depending on your finances.
You say you out your league.
I can date a man. We can date a
I can be labeled as a 3. But my finances can make me a 10, and I can shoot for a 10.
Yeah.
Because you got to think, women now, they wear fake purses, they wear fake jewelry. That's to discourage men that can't afford them purses,
fake
them
booties.
rings. They're not even talk to me. I'm above you. Yeah. Now, if I see a woman with diamonds on her neck, a nice car, nice bags, only reason I would go and talk to her 9 times out of 10, I can afford that too. She ain't out of my league.
So you saying set standards with people that are in the same league with you?
No,
I'm not saying that. I'm saying this class of people.
It's a class. Okay.
I think women. Okay, let's say you brought up Doug. You remember Big Doug? Mm-hmm. His mom, Big Doug, knew how to get some money. He was married. His mom owned their own daycare.
Yeah.
Look what happened. Doug, he's married. He's successful. Mm-hmm. It's pretty much that is the standard. His family set the standards for him. And only thing he's doing is what? Maintaining that standards. Mm-hmm. Right?
Okay.
Same thing. Now, what's the standards for us, Bard? You see what I'm saying? Most important thing for people like us is what? Finances. We keep going back to the money. Because coming up, what was important to us? Money.
See, I'm going beyond the money. I'm going to... If you look like a 5, why are you shooting for 10s?
But why shooting?
Because hold on, not only just shooting for 10s, why is your ego like I'm a bad motherfucker? You stepping out, 700 pounds, feet hanging off, your toes hanging over your shoes. You threw, you know you threw, but you don't put some weave in, and then you feel like you can get this man that's a 10.
Dre.
I mean, it's crazy.
I agree with you. That's why when you see a woman taking a picture from here on up, you already know she what?
She fat.
She fat.
Or she take that side shot with her stomach on
well,
the side.
we know things that women do.
What you saying? A woman to take a head shot?
Yeah, when you see a woman, you go through her Facebook and all her pictures from here up,
she fat.
You know she's a big chick. Now, if every time you take a picture, you see go through woman photos, and she always behind somebody, you know she ain't got no shape. She got a flat booty. Mm. She through. It's us as men. Some things we can filter through.
Us men with a few dollars. If you got a few dollars, your numbers change. If I'm a 5, I get a few dollars. I'm a 7. Because I got a few dollars, I can do some shit for you where I can get something better.
What do it even matter what number you got some money? It don't matter.
Yeah, for men, but for women who's not coming with no money.
Dre, you pull up in that drop top vet.
Dre.
You know when you had your vet, when you whip up, ain't no woman giving you a 10 off the rip because you pulling up in the drop top.
And if you pulled up in a Corsica,
you would 2.
You would work.
You a 1
but you could have had. But see, this goes back to don't always judge people by their cover either, because you could pull up in a Corsica and got a bankroll.
No.
But
I disagree.
But people
hey,
look at
Woody
you.
let me use that Geo he had, and I was telling him, man, this is your confidence. This is your confidence. He was like, boy, you just don't understand. I went and borrowed that car and went to the gas station, seen a nice looking young lady. How you doing? She act like I was invincible. I know she heard me.
What kind of car did you pull up?
I was in a Geo, one of them Geos.
It's real small.
That real little bitty car.
I don't think I've never seen.
Yes, a
it's
Geo.
on the side. It seemed it would be something on the level.
And he was telling me.
Oh, well, I probably would have.
He was telling me that car, man, women look at what you pulling up in.
Exactly.
And I kept telling him, no, man, it's your confidence. You just gotta, man. I drove that car that good.
I think it can go both ways. You could be nice looking and jump out of Corsica, and sometimes
well,
with
Corsica
women,
is a
my whole key
car.
thing with y'all when it come to women don't all women different. Some girls,
I agree.
Some girls you could be good looking, just a nice looking guy. And you may not have the baddest car, but what attracted her, damn, he fine.
And she
until she seen what he got into.
See, I keep going with the expectations.
Until she see what he got in the parking lot.
Well, see, where I disagree with you, Andreas, when you say, it's some big girls out here that
We
may
ain't
be,
just talking about big girls.
Not just, it's some girls out here that may be through, but they might got something to offer.
Like what?
Some pussy.
They might got some money.
But that's everywhere.
But you don't know
Every
if they got
time you
money.
go to the car wash, you go to the gas station, you go to the grocery store, you see what? Pussy.
No. How we know they don't got money? We going, like I said, you judge
me.
me.
Men don't care about that. We don't.
Well,
we
you
ain't
might have
never.
just turned
We
away
ain't
the
never
silver
looked at her and said
spoon
she look like she got a lot of money. She look like she real
Well, you
intelligent.
never would know if you didn't tell. You might have just turned away your silver spoon.
Yeah, but we don't care about that. We looking at her ass, her titties, her lips.
So
we looking at what she can do for us
So y'all
physically.
standards goes back to the physical.
There you go.
Being
Physical and simple. My whole thing is that when I say standards for the women, y'all expectations, y'all standards are too high. It's not just financial, it's physical. It's just overall a woman want more than she actually worthy of. Not all. I ain't gonna say all. Most women want more than they deserve or they supposed to get. If you know you only work 8 hours this week, you shouldn't be looking for a 40-hour check. But that's y'all mentality. Y'all want more than y'all worked or deserve. And then y'all wake up and be like, well, shit, nigga gotta fuck with me, he gotta do this and that. And now, how many women I see go to the club, like when I was at the club back in the days, they'd be dressed nice as hell. $2, $3 in their pocket. They can't even buy a drink. They just sitting at the bar waiting on somebody to buy a drink.
Well, they have expectations of a nigga go buy me a drink.
It's ridiculous.
More than likely they will.
Yeah,
but he wants something from her. Then when the guy sitting up hovering over you all day because he ain't spent $20 on you, you got attitude. But you came out broke.
Expectations.
So he got a man expectations like if I buy you drinks, I own you for the night.
Well, my point of view on it is that I feel like each side should be able to have expectations and standards, man or woman. However high that you set them to be, if the person comes into the relationship accepting those standards or expectations, then they shouldn't try to change it once you all start dating. Understand, if you feel like the standards are too high and the expectations can't be met, then don't jump into the relationship. Come as who you are. And that's how I feel about it. I don't think nobody should have to change it.
So be realistic.
Yeah, be realistic about it. And I think everybody should have standards and expectations.
Well, sound like to me you ain't said it all. Any last words, Dre?
Man, play broke and you ain't got to worry about it. Always play broke. Don't never let them know what you working with. That's all I got to say.
Okay, conversation with OGs. We out.
Peace.